Yeah, man. Power 105.1 famous DJ Clue Desert Storm, the biggest boss, still the biggest boss. Rick Ross in the building. What up, baby?
What's up, bro?
Yo, man, I see you moving out there, man, overseas. You know, just making it happen.
Yeah.
New project coming out.
New project coming out. You know what I mean? August 9th. This a big one for the boy. August album number 10, Port of Miami 2. You know what I mean? It's just one of those situations. It really feel good, man, just to see it really, finna touch the streets.
Now, I mean, you've been developing this album for a little minute now, man.
Yeah.
What made you want to go to the Port of Miami 2 route?
For one, I just felt like it was just time to, recreate that excitement, and doing Port of Miami 2 just made me kind of feel like when I seen Pac with the double disc, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
Big
right.
with the double disc. That elevated it. So as an artist, just getting that first album was a blessing. But to come full circle, it kind of feel like this a double disc for me. You know what I'm saying? Just re-hitting that reset button.
Now, I mean, as a youngster, man, like, you know what I'm saying, doing this hip-hop thing, man, when you first got in it, man, did you figure you'd be in the game this long, or you figured you had a little run and just be dibbling dabbling into something else?
I most definitely wouldn't imagine this, you know what I mean? But I studied the game so long, you know what I'm saying? I've been a fan my whole life, so I've been watching, from the South, from the West Coast to the East Coast, whatever it was, if it was dope, you know what I'm saying? If the fashion was fly, if the artwork, if the cover was dope, I was buying it.
Right.
So I think that's one of the reasons, me being just versatile, you know what I mean? That's one of the reasons why I'm still here, but I couldn't imagine it.
Now, I mean, the Mega Mansion, all the cars and all that stuff, man, Wingstop, Checkers, I mean, the Bel Air Rose. I mean, what's next for the boss, man?
Man, other than this LP, what I'm really excited about is releasing my first memoir, my first book. It's titled Hurricanes, of course,
Miami.
One time for the University of Miami Hurricanes, but also life has its hurricanes, you know what I'm saying? We wanted the sun to shine every day, but we know it's different. So embrace the rain when it comes to.
Now, this project, man, I'm hearing you got some good features on there, man. You want to let a little bit of the cat out the bag, man?
Why not? I wouldn't come see Clue if I wouldn't do it right.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But most definitely, I felt like every record I did was dope in its own right. Every record served its own purpose. You know what I mean? And collaborations. With Gunplay, I felt like I wouldn't be a boss if I didn't collaborate with Lil Bro, who I came in the game with.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
y'all was a group at one time, right?
Yeah, Triple C. I feel like we still a group, you know what I'm saying? Because that's us representing our hood, you know what I mean?
Right,
and
right.
when we get ready to drop the next compilation, the next self-made, we're going to introduce some new artists, and of course, it's still going to be Triple C.
Right, and of course, speaking of artists, your boy Meek Mill, new label situation.
Oh, man, congratulations, man. I'm happy for the little bro.
Doing it big, man.
It's well-deserved. It's well-deserved. He, as well as him beating his case.
Of course.
He's off probation now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he ain't got to make that
first
call
time,
no more.
Oh, man.
The first time in a decade?
Over a decade. And I pray the judge that put him through that, I pray she learned something. And I don't mean that in a malicious way, but you got to give young brothers opportunity. You got to look at young brothers for not what they did, but what's their intention. You know what I'm saying?
And of course, when it comes to Meek Mill, man, like, I feel like even that he got locked up the last time, I feel like it was like a blessing in disguise, because it put so much light on what he was going through.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, he got so much publicity from it, you know what I'm saying? And then he dropped the album, and now he's elevated to a whole nother level, man.
Yeah, most definitely. And that's one thing about Meek. He's always been extremely sharp, always been highly intelligent. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Even though him coming from the streets, even though him being a young, a little young banger, you know what I mean? Meek always been highly intelligent and really focused on his future, his vision. He been saying dream chaser since the very first day I met him. So to see that come to fruition, man, I'm really excited for Lil Bro, and I know he gonna do some big things.
And he definitely, I mean, I think the fans, they see him, on the yachts and ride around the cars and motorcycles, but they don't see the grind, because I see him in the studio night after night, you know what I'm saying, grinding out every night in the studio, going extra.
Same way he invited me too. I was too tired last night. I had to go get a
You
little
need
rest.
about a good 4 hours in there.
And-
He got a whole folder with like
Oh
100
man.
records probably.
Oh man, that's why when you was just playing 100 Shooters, he sent that to me maybe 2 or 3 weeks before it came out. You know what I'm saying? But he most definitely keep his record stacked.
Smoked it.
You know he don't even play. He killed that 100 Shooters, and you know it just feel good for the whole team, the whole squad. Wale got a big record right now on Chill. Y'all
That's
make
dope.
sure y'all
The
check
Jeremiah,
that out.
dope.
Yeah, and you know myself. So MMG, man, it feel good. It felt really good being a boss, man, and really just focusing on the ones that I felt really had their entire heart in the game. You know what I'm saying? And you know, so it just feel good. 2020 next year, we're gonna do something real cool.
And I always respected the fact that even might be a time where there's, you know, like squabbles in the team, and
Right.
and you just know how to put out fires and just, you know what I mean?
Really, that's what, you know, that's what the boss job is. You know what I mean? It's really to look at the big picture.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And me being, you know, the elder in the situation, you know, I done seen those same things. I done been through those same things. And
Right.
when you know these two homies really got love for each other. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? And it's nothing really serious. Whatever the difference is, you know, they'll be over that in 2 weeks. And that's just really the approach. And that's how it always been. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So to me, the love always been there.
A little while ago, you and Drake wasn't even talking, man. Now y'all got a bang on the radio called Money in the Grave.
Right.
Yeah, y'all put that little, you know, situation behind us because, of course, you got to ride with the team.
Right.
Whenever there's a situation, you got to ride with the team.
But
always.
but one thing I feel like Drake knew is that, you know, my love I always had for him, Weezy, it was always genuine. You know what I'm saying? We was always super cool. That's why when him and Meek did, and like I say, I repeat, whatever the situation was, once again, from the beginning, it was always one I felt they'll be behind this either next week, next month, whenever it come. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it ain't nothing that we would or somebody in the streets would really go hard for. This a misunderstanding, whatever it is, and once again, you know, they got back in the studio, and the love, you know, the love was still there.
Yeah. I mean, y'all got one of the biggest classics out there, man. Like one of the biggest classics, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that Money in the Grave.
Money in the Grave, man. I mean, I was talking about that one too, but I was more talking about it wasn't what we were shooting in the gym.
Ooh, you know
what I
that
mean?
that was huge.
That's a big record still in the club, man. To this day.
Still to this day. Still
to this day.
I'm talking about Pop That, most definitely still to
Pop
this
that.
day.
Y'all got some joints, man.
Yeah. Stay Scheming, most definitely. You
Lit.
Sam Sneak dropped the music on Stay Scheming, and you know we just touched
Rocks
that
out.
Complex Con, and they word for word that.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about this new joint with you and Drake. Forget that Money in the Grave. Let's get down to business.
Yeah. Let's get down to
What's
business.
up with this new joint, man?
Man, me and Drizzle, you know what I'm saying? Off Port of Miami 2, we did this record. It's titled Gold Roses. And the title and the vibe really came from me and him. We was having a conversation, and we was speaking about Nipsey. And we both just, exchanged some different things that we conversated about Nipsey, about, different ways Nipsey may have touched us. And, one of the things that, I know I most definitely prayed for is that I pray he understood. I had an idea how powerful, how many people he touched.
Absolutely.
How big his influence would be. I just pray he had an idea of that, and that's a conversation me and Drake had. And, Drake was like, man, just give me my roses while I'm here. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I want to smell them. You know what I mean? And I had been hearing that so much. And, Drake did that first 8-bar bridge. And, it was one of those, when Drizzle get in his vibe, he could take it to a certain level with the wordplay. Then he got those harmonies that,
Absolutely.
the chicks just got to sit on the couch and, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Pat themselves, you feel me? And that's how he set it off. And I was just like, yo, this finna be different. This finna be one of those ones, like if you really enjoyed that Aston Martin music, that certain pace, that little tone.
Yeah, I might have to do an album together, man. I got a lot of
man.
Y'all got a lot of heat, man.
Yeah, we do.
When y'all get together, it's always a special situation, man.
Always a special situation, and it's Gold Roses on Port of Miami 2, August 9th.
This album, obviously, how long did it take you to put the whole thing together, man?
I actually asked myself that a few nights ago, and I really couldn't come up with an accurate answer. But one way I did look at it was, what's the oldest record on the album? And I want to say the oldest record on the album would be a record titled Vegas Residency, which may be a little less than a year old. It may be, 10, 11 months old.
Okay.
Because when I first got the production, as soon as I heard it, it was like, damn. It was one of those. I went right in, touched the verse, listened to it, for a little while, went back in, maybe did another verse and was like, that's that. That's good to go. And it's just one of those up-paced rose when I'm just, talking that talk, bopping that bop.
Right.
Vegas Residency, talking about being one of them, big boys where they bring us out, you know what I'm saying? We go down to the table. You know what I'm saying? Blow 500, you know what I mean? You feel
quick
me?
500?
Yeah, quick 500, you know what I'm saying? Go back upstairs and try to sleep it off, you know what I'm saying?
Now, out of the records that you dropped, man, recently, which one is your favorite, man?
I believe right now, Big Time is most definitely a dope vibe for me. Just Blaze on the production.
Jordan Woods in the video?
Jordan Woods in the video.
That's always a great situation.
Oh, a wonderful situation. A beautiful situation, a fine situation.
Definitely.
I gave her a new nickname.
What's the new name?
Butter Pecan.
Ooh, yeah. Butter Pecan?
You know what I'm saying? Butter Pecan, what's up?
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. What made you want to get her in the video? I mean, obviously, you said her name in one of the other songs.
Yeah, I said her name in another freestyle. I had just came across her name a few weeks ago. And I was just like, I want to hold Shorty now. She seemed real fly. She seemed real quiet. Then I bumped into her on the set of one of those shows out in L.A. we did, Hip Hop Squares.
Okay.
And she actually was sitting next to me, and she was really just real quiet, real cool. And I was like, I like the way you move, Shorty. You know what I'm saying? Let me get your contact.
Dope.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. So, can we expect any more surprises on the album? Obviously, we know the Chasers is gonna be on the album.
Yeah, the Dream Chasers, Meek Mill on the album. We did a joint called Bogus Charms.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, just talking about, a lot of different fake stuff that go on, you know what I mean, that you go encounter, reaching the top. But just make sure you stay resilient, go hard. And once again, congratulations to Meek. You know what I'm saying? That Dream Chasers label deal over there with the big homie.
Speaking of flooded charms, me and Meek had a real funny conversation one time. It's a classic conversation we had. So he was talking about, he didn't say who the person was. I know it was a DJ, but he didn't say who it was. And he said the DJ jumped in the pool with his jewelry on, and he said, yo, he had this watch and it was flooded. I said, oh, that's dope, that's fine. He said, nah. He said the watch was flooded. The face of the Rolex had water in it. He said the watch was flooded. And I just started cracking up laughing.
That meant it was foo-foo.
Yeah, it was. He said
it was fugazi.
The fake Rollie.
It was one of those $300 ones. Yeah. And the nerve.
It was the Canal Street special.
It's like, yo, the nerve to charge $300 for the foo-foo. Yo, if you gonna sell you a foo, that shouldn't be, man. Y'all tripping. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it all the way real. I remember before I got my first Rolex, what the vibe was in Miami is, if you had potential and was getting a little paper,
right,
you ain't had a bust down Rollie, but they had a Geneva that had the same body as this one right here.
Right. Yeah,
right.
Those,
it was $4,500. You know what I'm saying? And I put mine on layaway, and
you copped?
I paid the $4,500 off. It might have took 8 months. You know what I'm saying? But as a youngster, you got that.
Man.
And this Rolex I got on now, this happened to be my very first Rolex that Tony Draper gave me. I done had this almost 18 years now.
Wow. I mean, that's the same thing. This right here, my wrist, this the Yachtmaster 1 right here. This is the first one I got in the district. I paid 18 bands for it.
You feel me?
And then not too long ago, I just bust it down.
Just
you know
bust
what
it down
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah.
Sometimes you gotta
I
just
put a little
bust it
something
down.
on to bust it down.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah. And to me, the older the jewels get, the more valuable they become to me.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
I still got my very first clue charm.
Oh man,
The question mark that I got from Tito. That's where everyone used to go to at first in the district. They went to Tito. This is before Jacob.
it's
you know
before
what I'm saying?
Jacob.
They went to Tito. You know what I'm saying? And got the jewelry, man. I remember one Christmas I went in there and I seen Puff in there and I was like, man, I gotta get my jewelry game up. I didn't even know him at the time. All I knew was that he pulled out a knot and he had real authentic $1,000 bills.
Real language.
Real authentic US $1,000 bills. And he peeled them off and I was like, man, I gotta get me some money, bro. That was part of the motivation.
That had to be motivating.
Between him and one time I had to go meet Heavy D, and he pulled up. He had the CL 600. He had the S600. The S600 with the suede roof.
Woo!
You know what I'm saying? All white.
Rest in peace
rest
to
in peace,
the
Heavy
legend,
D,
man.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I was like, man, I sat in that spaceship and I was like, man, I gotta, you know what I mean? It just motivated.
That's true inspiration. That's true inspiration. That's true
man.
inspiration. I know I was
Absolutely.
always inspired by whips and, the things that, I didn't have, we didn't have. And us staying on 183rd Street, when the Dolphins used to leave practice, they came down 37th and made a left on 183rd Street, and we just stood there. And I'll never forget, we had a left tackle by the name of Richmond Webb.
I remember that.
Richmond Webb, he had that S600, the two-door with the white AMGs on it. And that's why I got the idea of the white 745 with the white rims.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, I said as soon as I get a little guala.
Now, you ain't really had a real legitimate kind of like tour in a little while, man.
Yeah.
Are you planning to hit the streets?
I'm actually going to tour for this album and really make sure I touch all the major markets.
Dope.
And really do it for the fans. Because a lot of times, the way I move in the streets and the way we move around, I could go get bigger bags just popping up in certain places.
You're always in Dubai and Russia and, you know what I mean?
Man, shout
Croatia.
out there. Yeah, Korea.
Morocco.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
They came and got us off the plane as soon as we landed on the runway. You know what I'm saying?
I seen a bunch of Rolls Royces back to back.
A lot of Rolls Royces. You know what I'm
Bel Air
saying?
champagne in the back. You know
Salam
what I mean? In the
alaikum to all the
armrest.
G's. You know what I mean? In the armrest.
You know?
Bel Air everywhere.
That's what I'm talking about.
You better believe it, man. We enjoyed ourselves over there too.
Now, are we gonna get a lot of videos for this album?
We most definitely. We just filmed big time. We most definitely. Me and Meek got to do something real dope for that Bogus Charms.
For sure.
Me and Drake planning to do something real big after OVO Fest. Make sure y'all pop up.
How much money y'all gonna actually bury in the grave, man?
Man, well, I'm gonna tell you this. We was just out in Cali and Drake pulled up on me.
Okay.
He was in a Maybach G-Wagon.
Word?
Yeah, the Maybach G-Wagon. I say, big homie, how much this cost? $750?
He felt disrespected.
Yeah. I was hoping. Really, in the back of my mind was hoping. I was like, okay, if this $750, we're going to go scrape this up in all 20s, you know what I'm saying, and go get one of these.
Right.
He damn near. He stopped and looked at me. Nah, Rose, this was 1.7.
Ooh. We might have to listen. Being that he's gonna come pick you up for the video in the OVO plane in the OVO 737.
Oh man, the big homie go hard. Lil' bro go hard. And when he say money in it,
we might need a Maybach Bel Air Rose jet.
Man, we might, in every seat in first and business class comes with its own masseuse.
Ooh, I like how that sounds, bro.
Yeah.
I like the ring of that.
Yeah. Don't it feel right?
Yeah. I like the ring of that.
You on a 16-hour flight, you need your neck or your calf, even if it's just your calf.
Yeah.
What about your shin?
Maybe we might want to invite.
A lot of times I think we neglect our shin.
Yeah. We might want to invite Kevin Durant. He might need Achilles massage while he's rehabbing.
And he could sit back, relax, and we'll make sure they tend to his Achilles.
Yeah.
Why not?
Get him ready for Brooklyn, man. Got to.
He coming to Brooklyn?
He definitely coming to Brooklyn.
They already got the bag?
They got the bag secured.
It's
Now
done?
speaking of that, Miami got Butler.
Jimmy, baby. We got Big Jimmy.
How does that fare as a replacement for I shouldn't say replacement, but
No, not a
for
replacement.
D Wade, like, you know what I mean, for the city.
You know, D Wade, Wade County. D Wade
Right.
was always a class act. That's why we love him. You know what I'm saying? Our coach, we refer to him as La Spostra Nostra. You know what I'm saying? One time for Pat Riley. They brought us the chips. We got rings.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Chris Bosh. Shout out to Braun. Of course, D Wade. And right now we rebuilding, and we understand you got to have patience. But Jimmy is most definitely that chip DNA. And now we just got to continue to build around him. One time for Hassan Whiteside, you know what I mean?
Right.
One time for UD, Udonis, my dog. You know what I mean?
I seen how Jimmy did it out the gate, man. Came down, he caught him a couple of Cuban cigars, sat down, played some dominoes.
Oh, he already living that life.
I like that.
He welcome to Miami.
Yeah. And he caught him the straw hat.
He living that life. He know what time it is.
Yeah, he know the vibes.
Yeah. All he need is that Luke Belair,
That's it.
lemon pepper wings.
And some checkers. That's it.
Yeah, stop by, get him a chili dog from Checkers.
That's it.
And the one on 183rd Street. Yeah.
Okay.
I might bump into him on that.
You got some shout outs, Rose?
Of course we do, man. Shout out to Sam Sneak, Maybach Music, he in the building, Anar, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's Double MG for life. Shout out to Evie, Chris Atlas, my whole team at Epic Records, of course, the Queen, Sylvia Rome, what's up? Erica, what it do? Franz, what it do? Courtney, what it do? Just everybody that's really supporting the movement, all my fans. You know we wouldn't be here, this album number 10. We couldn't do it without you all.
And make sure next time you come, I need me one of those Slab Balenciaga shirts. You know what I mean?
You know, that's one thing about Slab. You know, he manufacture his own product. You know what I'm saying? His own T-shirts, his shorts.
I ain't mad.
If y'all come out with some new Nikes, he gonna make the outfit to match his Nikes. So, I'm pretty sure he won't mind giving you not the Balenciaga, but the Slabenciaga.
So it is, man. It's Power on 5-1 Desert Storm Radio. Keep it locked, y'all.
Huh.